there's a lot of discussion about cubes this week and last week, so I'm going to try to demonstrate the current state of where we are with that. First, it might help if I'm going to clear the entire cache, so there's nothing in there. So this is like, imagine opening up Omni for the first time, before anything's scheduled, or, empty cache, run a dashboard. Great. Everything hit the warehouse. Now let's see if we can do something a little bit nifty and maybe pre-warm the cache with some cube that we come up with. So the first thing we added is, if you're in a workbook, you can do this save cube to topic. So it'll take that query that you have. And I'm starting with this like order by date, because I know date is probably the smallest granularity that I have. And then hopefully we can roll up to month and year. So I'm going to save that as, I think, count order items by date. So I'm saving it to the topic. Cool. And then from the same workbook, it's kind of a weird example because it's definitely contrived. So I'm going to rebuild it, even though I just ran the same query. Let's see. Actually, let me do this again. So clear cache again. So it's starting from nothing. I'm going to go do it from the shared model. I think that works better sometimes. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like we have the state management thing. So it'll show you when we start the cube building process, and then it'll update that toast when it's actually complete. Okay, great. Just verify it worked. So that was a normal server requery. So the only thing in cache right now is the cube. And if I refresh, yes. And we updated this little debug panel. So if the cube hit, it'll say explicitly that, like, oh yeah, that's a cube requery, and this is the cube name that you hit, which is helpful for debugging this kind of stuff. Now let's see if it actually is going to make a difference. Actually, publish. Let's see. Go back to the dashboard. Okay, so this is kind of the problem. The limiting factor with these cube things is we have order by date, and there is a filter applied, and there's a filter applied to the year as well. It's the past 7 years, so it should be the same. But for some reason, we didn't hit that cube as a potential roll-up query. So that's kind of the state we're at now. It's like we're able to go into a workbook, build the cube, build it, rebuild or schedule it. I think the scheduling is going to come a little later. But then we're still kind of dependent on our ability to find matches, which is a hard problem to solve. But a lot of the requests recently were like, how do you know when the cube is built? Is there a way to make a cube easily from the workbook? And so we're kind of addressing that stuff first, and then we'll see what happens with the actual requery logic. That's it.
TJ? Oh, he's gone.
Sorry. Yep.
Sorry if I missed this. What's the max size of the cubes, and then how many can we support?
That's a good question. I mean, we've been talking about this like the last few weeks. Right now, the max size is about 5 million rows. And then we haven't really stress tested how many cubes or extracts, which are subtly different, but about 5 million rows. There's only a few customers that are actually using them, and mostly for just testing how Omni performs with the data set in cache that of that size. So about 5 million rows, I'd say.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.